Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If I might have your attention, please. Due to the nature of the seating in our auditorium, we please ask that you move to the center of whatever row you're in. Please fill in all empty seats towards the middle of every section. Thank you so much for your cooperation.
That's not long enough to catch me in the parking lot. So I just decided that I am leaving the aperture on auto. And guess what? It cleaned up, when I put it on auto, it cleaned up the white balance just like a tinge, and I didn't realize it was off. So I'm like, I'm sticking with it because that way, then I just have to worry about keeping focus and zooming in and out. So, and once, I mean, the lights only change that one time, so it's not going to be that much of an issue. But I won't have to zoom and try to mess with the aperture at the same time.
crap I always assumed was not enough, so I told them. We do a lot of graduations and commencements and stuff like that. They'll usually have one at the end of July.
Hello, and welcome to Rowan University. Please take a moment to locate the fire exit nearest your seat and aisle. In an emergency, please exit quickly and quietly. Regarding this event, please note the following. Smoking is not permitted in the auditorium or throughout the building. Please disable all cell phones, beepers, or other electronic devices. Food and beverages are not permitted. The use of cameras and recording equipment is strictly prohibited in the auditorium. Thank you for your cooperation. Enjoy the program.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rowan University School of Osteopathic Medicine 2018 White Coat Ceremony. Please stand and remain standing through our national anthem as we welcome the class of 2022.
Please remain standing for the national anthem, performed by Rowan University student Brooke Romaine. Great job, Brooke. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Welcome, our newest students, our largest class ever. Welcome to you, and welcome to your parents, your families, and friends, and welcome guests. I am Dr. Tom Cavalieri. I'm the Dean of Rowan University School of Osteopathic Medicine. And I'd like to start off this morning's program with a video presentation, very short, which highlights a few of Rowan SOM's talented and inspiring students. I now present what we're calling the heart of our school. At the very heart of our school is our students. We are here to be sure that you are successful in your quest to be a great physician.
The best part about being a student here at Rowan SOM is the amazing support system that we get from the academic community. It's very clear and evident from day one that everyone is truly invested in our well-being as students and making sure that we are also succeeding as students while we're here. I can say from the first week of anatomy dissections, for instance, our anatomy professor, he sent us an email where he was just telling us about class, and in the email he addressed us students as dear colleagues. And I thought that was really profound because it showed that he respects us, and this is someone that we respect too, but he also was encouraging us and showing us that we are going to be future doctors, so that was really important to me. Everyone from the academic community, from the staff to the facilities, to everyone that we meet here, everyone is very supportive of us, and I think that's really what makes this school so special.
Everyone here is so welcoming and approachable, and that's really been obvious since the day of my interview. The administration here really goes way above and beyond something I could have ever imagined to make sure that we have all the tools to succeed as future physicians. Rowan SOM has given me more than just a place to learn, it's also given me a whole nother family. That includes both faculty and students. A family who I stress with right before my exams, and also the family that I celebrate with after our exams. The Rowan SOM family has a special bond that I know will follow me throughout the rest of my career, and I'm really grateful for that.
I think the best part of being a Rowan SOM student is probably the sense of community that I feel here. I came from a bigger school, and although I found close knits of friends and peers, nothing compared to what I felt like when I came here, and it was so instantaneous. The sense of welcome that I got from my peers and faculty, as well as genuine kindness, it was almost kind of shocking. To be able to grow and be supported by people who have the same values and goals as you, whether they be in clubs or in the classroom, or in the clinic or in rotations, it's so encouraging and inspires me to do the same.
From the support that we receive from our academic administration, everyone genuinely cares about one another and is always willing to lend a helping hand. From the support that we receive from our administration to sharing notes between us as classmates, there's a general sense of camaraderie, and everyone is willing to always go out of their way to lend a helping hand. This culture has become a part of the way of life for me during my journey through medical school, and it has helped me grow tremendously as an individual and helped me develop a better understanding of community.
There's a lot of things about the school that I really love. The faculty's fantastic. The administration, in my experience, has been incredibly supportive of everything that we try to do. But one thing that leaps to mind is the students here. I feel almost a sense of pride when you hear about what Rowan students are doing. There's research, there's community service efforts that people are putting together. There's clubs, there's classes, things that just come together out of nowhere. People have these ideas and make things happen, and it's just really an honor to be among them.
One of the best parts of being a student at Rowan SOM is the positive attitude and the support that our school has, both within classes and between classes. You can feel very weighed down going to medical school, but you will only ever see our students lifting each other up and are actually enthusiastic to do so. Another thing that makes going to this school great is the administration and their willingness to help. Anyone who seeks help will never be turned away, and even if you don't know the first steps to asking for help, the administration is wonderful at reaching out and establishing the connections that really define our school.
So as students, we're encouraged to get deeply involved within the community surrounding Rowan SOM, and whether that be through volunteer experiences such as the Camden Clinic, Project Reach, and other things. And I also feel that as students, my input is truly valued in making decisions, well received by our faculty, staff, as well as our alumni that work hard to make sure that we have the best experiences we can here. Lastly, I really think that the students here are so amazing, and the friendships that I made here are ones that I know I'll have for the rest of my life, and I'm really happy to have them in my Rowan SOM family.
Well, it is my pleasure and honor to welcome the students of the class of 2022 and welcome their families and friends as well to this very special assembly. This is one of the greatest days of the school year when we welcome our next generation of physicians, doctors of osteopathic medicine. It's truly a privilege to preside over this occasion to welcome the Rowan University School of Osteopathic Medicine, class of 2022, excuse me. We're going forward, not backward. Before I begin, let me introduce the members of our platform. First is our president, Dr. Ali Hushman, president of Rowan University. Dr. Hushman, thank you for the ongoing support we get, your commitment to Rowan School of Osteopathic Medicine, and our mission of training great physicians for the future. Thank you. Next is Colonel Lisa Howe. She's the Deputy Commissioner for Veterans Affairs. She's an alumnus from the class of 1996, and she's our keynote speaker. You'll hear more from her in a little bit. Next is Dr. James Newell, the Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs. Also with us is Mr. Chad Bruner, Chair of the Rowan University Board of Trustees, and Dr. Barbara Chamberlain, also a member of the Rowan University Board of Trustees. And I just want to thank both of them for their presence here and let you know the tremendous degree of support we feel from the Rowan University Board of Trustees. Thank you for being with us. Also on the platform here is Dr. Linda Boyd, Senior Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, Dr. Joanne Connor, Chief of Staff and Liaison to the Board of Trustees, Dr. Catherine Lambert, Assistant Dean for Student Affairs, Ms. Paula Watkins, Assistant Dean for Admissions. Also here today is Dr. David Bollard, President-elect of the New Jersey Association of Osteopathic Physicians and Surgeons, and he also is an alumnus of SOM. And I want to just take this opportunity to thank our New Jersey Association of Osteopathic Physicians for the tremendous support they give to our school and our students. They have provided the white coat that our students will obtain today, and we are very grateful for the close relationship we have with our state association. Also with us, on our platform is someone who you will be hearing from a little bit later, President of our Student Council Government, class of 2020, student Dr. Billy Baker. You'll hear from him in a bit. We have a number of special guests here that I would like to recognize as well, and I'll ask you to hold your applause until I'm done. Dr. Andrea Iannizelli, she's Vice President of our Alumni Association. Dr. Ira Monka, she is a member of the AOA Board of Trustees, a past president of the Rowan SOM Alumni Association, and very committed to our school. Dr. Tad Schachter, board of our Alumni Association member, an alumnus, emeritus member. Ms. Taima Katorik, Executive Director of the New Jersey Association of Osteopathic Physicians and Surgeons. Dr. Carl Hock, Senior Associate Dean for Research and our Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences. Dr. Millicent Chanel, Assistant Dean for Curriculum. Dr. George Scott, Assistant Dean for Clinical Education. Dr. Danielle Cooley, Chair of our Department of Osteopathic Manipulative Medicine. Dr. Joshua Corin, Chair of our Department of Family Medicine. Dr. Jackie Carey, Chair of our Department of Pediatrics. Dr. Steve Scheinthal, Chair of our Department of Psychiatry. Dr. Barry Waterhouse, Chair of our Department of Cell Biology and Neuroscience. Dr. Tom Morley, Chair of our Department of Internal Medicine. Dr. Judy Lightfoot, Vice Chair of our Department of Internal Medicine. Dr. Martin Finkel, the Director of our Center for the Study of Child Abuse, and Mr. Dean Machichi, our Assistant Dean for Student Programs and Alumni Engagement. We have great faculty, so thank you for being here to support our new students. Well, I have the opportunity to address our newest students and our assembly here today. The model for the white coat ceremony, which you will experience today, was conceived by Dr. Arnold Gold, the founder of the Arnold Gold Foundation, which is dedicated to creating innovative medical education programs that foster humanism in medicine. Certainly something that's very intrinsic to our mission and the values that really guide us. In 1996, our School of Osteopathic Medicine became the first osteopathic medical school to hold a white coat ceremony. And to this day, we continue to be a chapter for the Gold Foundation. The white coat ceremony marks the beginning of your career in osteopathic medicine and your induction into the Rowan SOM family. Like any other family, we are here to support and encourage you so you can reach your goal of becoming the best physician possible. Students, you'll hear me say this, and you've already heard me say this with our video. You're the heart of our school. The journey will be filled by many great moments, but also some challenges as well. But you will be rewarded by the highest privilege. That is the privilege of caring for human life. And we have great confidence in you that you will be successful and accept this challenge and the privilege that comes with it. As the class of 2022, you come to us with countless experiences and achievements. Among you are 3 legacy students, that is 2 of you, a son and a daughter of former graduates, and 1 of you is a sibling of a former graduate. In addition, this class includes very talented musicians, entrepreneurs, a multilinguist, and even a firefighter. Most recently, we learned about a member of this class whose swift action saved a victim of a car accident. His local newspaper heralded this student's actions. So you're off to a great start, saving lives already. With 89% of the class from the state of New Jersey, we have a wide range of special interests, including a wood-fire pizza master. Isn't that great, Dr. Hushman? I like that one. A national cricket champion, and a member of the New Jersey National Guard. This class also includes remarkable men and women who have spent time giving selflessly and fundraising for those in need. Notably, 1 student cared for leprosy patients on an isolated island in South Korea. And another student received the Congressional Award Gold Medal for their work to help end hunger in the United States. With all that this class has already accomplished, we know you have the ability to become outstanding physicians. Becoming a knowledgeable and great physician is not easy, but we know this goal of learning is part of your life, not just for the next 4 years, but a lifelong goal. You have chosen a great profession, a most notable profession that at its very heart is the service of humanity. Imagine a profession where what you do each day is helping people in your ability to cure, to comfort, and to improve the human condition and uphold the dignity of human life. Each day you will care for others, and from the perspective that we bring in osteopathic medicine, you'll care for the whole person, mind, body, and spirit. To the parents and to the family, you have a significant role. You have nurtured and supported these young men and women to get where they are today, but your work is not yet complete. They will need your continued support and encouragement. They will need your words of wisdom, and sometimes they'll need someone just to listen to them during the challenging times of this experience as a medical student along their way. For me, I could tell you the support of my family, of my friends, and my faith was extremely important in my success, and I know to our students here today, 200 of you, you will find those same support systems, along with the support that you'll get from your new family, the Rowan SOM family. We have a great faculty here. Many of them I have introduced, but there are many more. They are among some of the very best in the nation. They are here because they want to care for patients, but they also want to create great physicians for the future, and many of them are known not only nationally, but internationally as well. And I'm very proud of our faculty who are committed to helping humanity by training great physicians for the future. Well, I promise you, our students, that we will do our very best, put our best efforts forward to see that you become the clinically skillful, compassionate, caring physicians that you seek to be. So welcome to the Rowan SOM family. It's now my honor to introduce to you our president, Dr. Ali Hushman, president of Rowan University. Thanks in part to his vision, Rowan University has become a premier university. His goal of increasing the class size that we train of the medical schools and of the university as well, of expanding the endowment to support the school, of creating a very vibrant, robust research university, has put Rowan University on the pathway to become one of the nation's premier research universities. Dr. Hushman, once again, thank you for all you do, and thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Tom. Good morning, everyone. Well, on behalf of over 19,000 students strong and about 4,000 employees strong that I call Rowan family, I like to welcome the class of 22 to your new home, a place that I like to call home away from home. And you heard that when the students in that video were attesting to the comfort that they feel in here. And it's very important to us to have you here. I'm so proud of you. You are amongst the best and entering the world of medicine at the time where the advance of technology is just at the breakneck speed. It's crazy how fast things are moving. And of course, you have been amongst the most selective. Think about it. Well over 5,000 applicants applied for 200 positions, and you are the ones. That means for every one of you, there were at least 24 other individuals who very likely had your own GPA, your GPA, and other scores, but those were not the only metrics that our faculty and our selection committee used to bring you here. There were many other qualities and characteristics that you possess, that they determine is going to turn you into a caring, responsive, and productive doctor and a citizen. And I think those are very important because medicine is an area where we really cannot afford to go wrong. You cannot train an individual who doesn't do the job that he or she has been trained to do, because you're talking about human life. So I want to welcome you all. I want to also speak to the parents and the family and the loved ones, whoever you are, because these are no longer 17 and 18-year-olds who are during their freshman orientation. They're all grown-ups. Even though, my God, I look around them every year, they get younger and younger and younger, and quite honestly, much, much better looking, year after year. And that's amazing. So I want to say thank you so much for trusting your children with us or your loved one with us. We promise that what we really do every morning when we come to work as parents. We have our own kids, and we would like really to treat your children the way that we want our children to be treated by others. Therefore, the care comes from heart, and it's real. And we need to have that because this is an environment where people need to be safe, secure, and comfortable so that they can face the challenges that you face, because medicine is hard. And it's particularly hard today with the advance of technology. Look at the world, you look at this country, 330 million population, and the average life expectancy keeps growing year after year after year. People are going to last longer, substantially so. And the advance of technology has entered in the field of medicine, in the field of food production, and areas that we have never thought. You know, up until now, when you say food, as soon as you use the word food, you immediately imagine a farm full of animals and vegetation growing. Well, the technology of today and with the way that the world's population is growing are out of control and the resources of the world are depleting. We are not going to have massive farms where there are cows roaming around and the tractors are kind of fixing the field. We are now going to get into a whole new area of life sciences where you're going to find vertical compartments in the middle of the cities that are greenhouses, where foods are produced and directly from the farm goes to the table. Where instead of filet mignon being a cut from a cow, it's going to be a piece grown in a lab. And these are the areas that you are going to get involved. And you look at about medicine, what genetics is going to do in this world is going to be mind-boggling. And I hope that you recognize that as you grow and you become a practicing doctor, I think you're going to enter the world not as a person who treats ill, rather you try to kind of use technology and advances to prevent illness. And I think that's the shift that is going to be profound. And then the question is, how do you get in the forefront of being able to prevent illness, to do preventative medicine? And that means that using massive amount of information and data that is available to you, making sense out of it, using your creative mind, and developing new tools and technologies that prevent illness. And we, in this university, take that aspect of your education tremendously seriously. Our Board of Trustees, in their great wisdom, recently approved $50 million seed money investment over the next 10 years just to do research in the area of life sciences, where our engineers, our scientists, our 2 medical schools are gathered in Camden, where the state of New Jersey has invested more than $70 million to build a new research facility, where we would like to have our doctors and our engineers and our scientists and others to get together and create the future of higher education in this country, the way education should be done. Practical, relevant, applicable, and the kind of education that make world goes around. So that's really where you're entering, and I hope that you recognize that it's very, very important for you during this exciting time to get engaged in research, in finding new tools and techniques so that you become the kind of doctor we would love to have you to become, and take care of us as we old and fade away. And we are, unfortunately. By the way, the issue of also cost of education for us is very, very important. We recognize that every single one of you, no matter what the level of income your families might have, the cost of paying for your education, for all the things that you pay, tuition fee, room and board, and all the incidentals, and then it's out of control. And we need to really have ways in this country to deal with this thing. So something that in this university we take very, very seriously is trying to find fundraising for students in need of resources. And as a result, we have got programs where there are alums and friends of this university who are contributing significant sums of money for debt forgiveness for our graduates, or part of their debt. Because think about it, when you are about 28 years of age and you have just finished your medicine and you now are burdened with $400,000 debt, and you haven't yet gotten married, you haven't yet gotten your first job, it's massively daunting. And this is what a typical average graduate is facing these days. So this is an area that we take very, very seriously and very passionately, so much so that I myself actually every morning go to my farm and grow hot pepper, and I make hot sauce, and I sell them for $10 a jar, and all the proceeds go for a scholarship for needy students. And I can show you my socks, you see? These are all hot sauce bottles. So anything that any one of us can do in order to contribute, because in this day, in today's world, where the world is moving very, very fast, where the competition is very stiff, we need to provide as much help and support, financially and otherwise, so that our future graduates really will be ready to function in a healthy, productive, and happy society. Welcome to your new home. I wish you all the happiness that you could hope for. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Any hot sauce for sale at our reception? I hope you brought some. Well, you understand how appreciative we are for Dr. Hushman's leadership, but he's always challenging us to be better and better, to be innovative, to be a step ahead. And his call for focus on prevention is very osteopathic. I don't know if you know that prevention is at the heart of osteopathic medicine. So we'll take your lead. Thank you so much. Well, next I'd like to, really, it's my privilege to introduce our keynote speaker, Colonel Lisa Howe, a member of the class of 1996. So all of you here, our 200 new students, will have a role model to aspire to be when you hear from Dr. Howe. She is the Deputy Commissioner of Veterans Affairs in New Jersey, Department of Military and Veterans Affairs. Dr. Howe is a dedicated physician, mentor, leader, and humanitarian. She received the 2018 Distinguished Alumnus Award in recognition for her dedication to our profession and service to our country. Inspired at a young age by stories from her grandfather, who was a two-star general in the Chinese Nationalist Army, Dr. Howe was commissioned in the New Jersey Army National Guard in 1994. In 2005, Dr. Howe deployed to Iraq with the 32nd Infantry Division. As a senior field surgeon, she provided routine and advanced emergency medical care in a combat theater for coalition soldiers. On her days off, Dr. Howe routinely participated on off-post humanitarian missions, often traveling in convoys to dangerous areas. On these volunteer missions, she supplied basic medical care to Iraqi civilians who otherwise, most likely, would have never received such help. In 2011, Dr. Howe completed her second tour of duty overseas with the 45th Infantry Brigade Combat Team, this time in Afghanistan, assigned to a battalion aid station on the Afghan National Armed Base. There, she served as the sole physician for more than 600 coalition soldiers, contractors, and foreign nationals. In February 2018, Dr. Howe accepted her current appointment as the Deputy Commissioner of Veterans Affairs. In addition to her state and now part-time military duties and the private practice of otolaryngology, Dr. Howe is enrolled in the Masters in Strategic Studies program at the United States Army War College. As the recipient of many awards, including the Bronze Star Medal, the Army Commendation Medal with 2 oak leaf clusters, the Afghanistan Campaign Medal, and the Iraq Campaign Medal, Dr. Howe exemplifies all that is honorable and inspirational in the field of medicine. Please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Dr. Lisa Howe.
Thank you, Dr. Cavalieri, for those very fine words. And thank you and Dr. Hushman for inviting me to be here today. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, family and friends, and of course, the class of 2022. I'm honored and humbled to be here with you today to congratulate you on your accomplishments and welcome you to the Rowan School of Osteopathic Medicine. It's really great to see how far the school has come. I think your class is now 3 times the size of my class when I was here, so it's pretty incredible. Your presence here in this auditorium is a testament to your hard work, your determination, character, and potential. You should be very proud of yourselves. Most of you graduated at or near the top of your class, and you've been pack leaders for as long as you can remember. You've spent many years of your lives preparing for this acceptance and distinguishing yourselves to get to this point, and you've earned this. Now here's the great news. You get to start all over. Where once you were out front, you've been brought back to the pack based on the company you now keep. Everyone in this room is the best and brightest. The hard work, long hours, attention to detail, and the meticulous study habits won't set you apart here. Here, it's the norm, and are required of everyone looking to be successful. There are no front runners here at the starting line. However, in this auditorium, there are probably some who've started already the required reading for this upcoming semester. There are others who have been poring over old textbooks to bone up on information absorbed eons ago. And if we surveyed the room, we probably would see that some of you have already formed study groups or group chats in which you've already begun the process of cooperative learning. This is who you are and why you were selected for admission here. And if you haven't started that yet, don't worry, I didn't either when I started. So you can get started now. The majority of you have been receiving advice from your friends and family, especially your parents, colleagues and mentors, on the best way to be successful in the tough years ahead. I'd like to talk to you about an often overlooked but important ability which is crucial for your success, and that is resiliency. Resiliency is your ability to grow and thrive in the face of challenges while bouncing back from the face of adversity. You must build core competencies that enable mental toughness, optimal performance, strong leadership, and goal achievement. As a proud alumnus of Rowan SOM, I can attest to the fundamental necessity of being resilient. Resiliency has not only gotten me through countless sleepless nights during medical school, something for you to look forward to, but also through a vigorous otolaryngology facial plastic surgery residency. Most ear, nose, and throat programs have an average of 3 to 5 residents per year, totaling 12 to 25 residents to cover all the call. Our program had a total of 3 residents to cover that 24/7. So at best, call every third night, and most often every other. It can be and was exhausting, but we pushed through it. My fellowship in sleep surgery was also challenging and came with many trials and errors. It was the first and only sleep surgery fellowship in the country at the time, and so I had to figure it out as I went along, as there was no precedent. Resiliency has also served me well in another matter very close to my heart. As a commissioned officer in the New Jersey Army National Guard, which, by the way, does offer full tuition waiver to Rowan SOM, and bonuses and tuition loan repayment. In fact, we have Lieutenant Kravetsky here. Where are you? Stand up. There he is. A proud member of the New Jersey Army Guard and now member of the Medical Command. And actually, I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize any veterans in the audience. So if there are any veterans in the audience, if you could please stand for a minute. And I know we have at least one on stage. Thank you very much for your service. And I'd also like to note Mr. Donald Pratola, with whom I just met a few days ago, also a member of your class, and I'm very excited that he's considering joining our team and becoming part of the lucrative less than 1% of the American population that currently serve in the armed forces. But I digress. So, resiliency has served me during 2 separate combat tours, one in Iraq and the other in Afghanistan. In Iraq, we had many instances of not having the equipment we needed, and we had to learn quickly to work with just what we had. One simple example that comes to mind is when I was inserting a myrigotomy tube in a patient with chronic serous otitis media. It was not a normal procedure to do. It was very simple, but not normal in a combat theater, and so we didn't have the appropriate equipment. So I had an ear tube sent to me from my home office in New Jersey, and our dentist took another instrument, took his drill, and made me a myrigotomy knife. So sometimes you just need to make it happen. One of my favorite success stories revolved around a 3-year-old Iraqi girl with a large cystic hygroma, a benign tumor in the base of her tongue, so large that it prevented her from ever closing her lips together and began to obstruct her airway. The trauma surgeon with whom I worked on multiple civil affairs missions asked if I knew anyone who performed radiofrequency procedures. My eyes lit up because I said I did. And we use it often in our practice for sleep apnea and snoring. The trauma surgeon told me she read one case study of radiofrequency being used for cystic hygroma, and she wanted to try it. But of course, we're in the middle of Iraq, and I doubt anyone in the country who's ever done any radiofrequency procedure of any kind. So finding a machine anywhere locally was pretty much impossible. But we didn't give up, and all was not lost. I called my rep from my New Jersey office. So, after multiple international calls to US and UK corporate offices, I had a machine sent to us with all the tools we needed. The company generously donated this $10,000 machine, knowing they wouldn't get it back, but knowing that we'd be able to perform multiple procedures on this little girl. Unfortunately, our division left Iraq earlier than planned, and despite my efforts, I tried to stay longer to finish up what I started, but I had to leave. So I taught a colleague to do it, and months after I got home, I received photos of my little Iraqi girl, and who is now able to fully close her mouth and have a real smile. So. My reason for telling you this story is to remind you that no matter how difficult or impossible things may seem, don't give up finding solutions. Be resilient, and in the end, you just may change someone's life due to your efforts. And before I left Iraq, this young girl's parents, they begged me to take her home to the US with me. So if you can imagine parents willing to give up their child to get treatment that they didn't have available there. But because of us being able to bring the machine, she was able to stay home, and now she can eat and smile like a normal girl. In the combat theater, when providing potentially life-saving medical care to civilian casualties and even enemy combatants, and especially our men and women who are selflessly serving their country, resiliency is not a nice-to-have. It is a must-have. Lives depend on it. Sleep deprivation, less than ideal conditions for treatment, lack of state-of-the-art equipment, sandstorms, mass casualties, and a myriad of other things that can go wrong, as Murphy always says, do go wrong. A resilient doctor will make it happen. As the only physician on that Afghan National Army base, we had over 600 American and coalition soldiers and contractors. Resiliency was our way of life for my team of combat medics. We were constantly challenged to find new and effective ways to provide the care I demanded my troops to get in less than optimal conditions. So this is my challenge to you. Be resilient. Be the doctor that works through the fatigue. Be the doctor that embraces challenge and will stop at nothing to ensure your patients receive the best care possible that you can provide. So how do you do this? In the Army, resiliency is so important that we are required to do annual training every year. So I'm going to give you a few of the highlights because I truly believe that these are applicable to your studies in one of the most vigorous graduate programs available. So first, set your goals. Easy enough, right? Understand the goal-setting process and use it proactively to plan, set, and achieve personal and career goals. But set realistic goals. Write them down and look at them on a regular basis to keep you in check. And then do what we call hunt the good stuff. Counter negativity, create positive emotion, and notice and analyze what is good. You will inevitably encounter difficult times through your studies, whether personal or academic. Some modules will be more difficult. Don't focus on the fact that it's hard. Focus on the fact that you're here for a reason. You're smart, you're resilient, and you're capable of figuring it out. And don't be afraid to ask for help and work with each other. Don't forget your energy management. Modulate energy to a level that is appropriate for the task at hand and that allows optimal performance. You will have many late study nights. Make sure you give yourself study breaks. Your brain can only take so much at once. And make sure that you stay healthy physically and mentally as best you can. Make sure you avoid thinking traps. Identify and correct counterproductive patterns using mental cues and critical questions. Get out of your head, don't overthink the material, and don't overthink your schedule. Address problem solving. Accurately identify what caused the problem and identify solution strategies. If you're having difficulty with a module, identify what makes it harder than the other ones and find an alternate way to understand it. And make sure you put it in perspective. Stop catastrophic thinking, reduce anxiety, and improve problem solving by identifying worst, best, and most likely outcomes of a scenario. Spending time being anxious over an exam takes away time from you actually studying for it. You guys are resilient. This is doable. Thousands of soldiers have done it before you, and you are just as capable. Remember real-time resilience. Shut down counterproductive thinking to enable greater concentration and focus at the task at hand. Identify strengths in yourself and others to improve teamwork, overcome challenges, and to be the most effective doctor you can be. Work with others and share tips when you are stronger in one subject, and accept help when someone is stronger in another. The best work is done as a team, and you are all in this together. There are no class rankings here, so you guys need to do this together. And last but not least, assertive communication. Communicate clearly with respect and compassion. Assertive does not mean you know everything. It means you are confident in your ability and knowledge. Be confident, not arrogant. When you're arrogant, you don't learn a thing. Communicate in a confident, clear, and controlled manner. Talk with your fellow students. Talk with and especially listen to your professors and mentors, and never forget your family. They are here to help you succeed. As we say in the military, when we deploy, our spouses and families deploy with us. It's just as hard for them as it is for us, and it's no different for you. Your families are going through this with you, so please thank them and support them. There's no magical elixir you can drink that will make you the great physicians you aspire to be. It takes hard work, dedication, and commitment, and oh yeah, resiliency. A resilient doctor is one that puts the needs of his or her patients first and will surmount any obstacle to ensure your expectation of their quality care is met. So the class of 2022, I wish you the best in the years ahead. Thank you very much.
Well, Dr. Howe, thank you. That's good advice for deans as well, right? We all need to be resilient. Dr. Howe, thank you. We're so proud of you. We don't expect all of you to be just like Dr. Howe, but aim high, right? And you'll do well. But Dr. Howe, I do want you to know that we just formed an affiliation with the Wilmington VA. We actually, as we speak, have family medicine residents training at their sites in South Jersey. We will have residents in psychiatry and eventually internal medicine and geriatrics. And this will open up opportunities for students to be trained at the VA sites throughout South Jersey and even in Wilmington. And our goal is to be sure that graduates of our school and residency programs are adequately trained to meet the needs of our veterans. I know you'd be happy to hear that. So. Now I'd like to introduce our Student Council President and third-year osteopathic medical student Dr. Billy Baker. Billy received his bachelor's degree in chemistry from Clemson University. While attending Rowan SOM prior to being elected student government president this year, Billy served as the president of the Rowan chapter of the American Osteopathic Academy of Sports Medicine. I was just in Chicago with Billy as he really participated in the House of Delegates for the New Jersey Association of Osteopathic Physicians at the annual AOA meeting, and he represented our school and our profession very well. Billy, thank you for being with us today.
Good morning, everyone. I don't know about you, but I'm very excited to be here, so thanks for having me. Thank you, Dean Cavalieri, for that introduction. Thank you to all the dignitaries present on stage for allowing me to speak today. And thank you, Dr. Howe, for those very inspiring remarks on resiliency. Thank you. On behalf of Rowan University School of Osteopathic Medicine, I would also like to welcome the class of 2022, along with their family, friends, and loved one, to our Rowan SOM family. Today marks the end of both a tireless journey and a new beginning. On one hand, it is time to collect the dividends of countless hours of studying, shadowing, and volunteering. On the other, medical school is a clean slate, a time to begin anew and set new goals. Here at Rowan SOM, we hope that you will find an environment that fosters mentorship, individual growth, and an unmatched camaraderie among the student body that lends itself to success, however you may define it. Earlier, Dean Cavalieri referred to the student body as the heart of SOM. He remarked this to my class during our white coat ceremony and many times thereafter. It is with great pleasure that I join Dean Cavalieri in this sentiment as your peer and student council president. There is no denying the academic rigor that is placed upon you and placed upon all of us as representatives of the osteopathic tradition. However, with such rigor should not be the loss of those things by which you are enriched. I urge you to stay true to the causes for which you are passionate. SOM offers a diverse array of clubs, leadership positions, and volunteer opportunities. Academic success, professional development, and campus-wide involvement are what keep the heart of Rowan SOM beating day by day. A new medical student is required to develop many skills. However, one unexpected skill you'll need to develop is the ability to accept unsolicited advice. So I'm going to go ahead and give you some practice right now. You may have noticed that we use the word family instead of campus or school to welcome you to Rowan SOM. That is because a family is exactly what we are. And since we are a family, you must get used to being vulnerable around us. Do not avoid action until perfection is achieved. Do not overthink your introductory sentence before acquainting yourself with one of our deans or faculty. And do not delay having a difficult conversation with our Center for Teaching and Learning if you find yourself to be struggling with any aspect of our curriculum. Instead, dare to be seen. Engage your surroundings. Immerse yourself in what makes us SOM. And as a result, you will discover your best self. This school can afford any opportunity you can dream of as long as you're willing to work for it. The time to start earning those opportunities is now. Forget about the competition with everyone else and leave your egos at the door. The only person you are striving to surpass is the physician you envision yourself as 10 years from today, an osteopathic physician who advocates for your patients, a mentor who powers the community, and a sounding board for any and all concerns that might come your way. Wake up every day not only trying to learn what is assigned of you, but also take solace in the fact that this knowledge will change lives. So as you leave here today, I ask you to remember 3 things. First, remember to champion your vulnerability. Aspire to outperform your future self and pursue knowledge, not for the grade, but for your future patients. Thank you.
Thank you, Billy, for your great words of advice. Good morning and welcome. My name is Paula Watkins. I'm the Assistant Dean for Admissions here at Rowan University School of Osteopathic Medicine. Students, the admissions team, and me have had the great privilege of getting to know you as you prepared for this day. I know that each of you comes to us with a story, one that for many includes great sacrifice, hard work, hardship, achievement, perseverance, and dreams for the future. I hope you all have a chance to share your story as you get to know one another and our faculty and administration. You have been hand-selected by the Rowan SOM Admissions Committee. We believe that you are prepared to accept the rigors of medical school. You possess the capacity and requisite skills to handle the rigors of medical school and have earned the right to don your white coat today, July 29, 2018. President Hushman, Dean Cavalieri, members of the Rowan Board and faculty, the candidates that sit before you have successfully met the requirements of admission to the Rowan University School of Osteopathic Medicine. I present to you the class of 2022. Members of the class of 2022 and I, along with the faculty and administration of Rowan University, welcome you to the School of Osteopathic Medicine. We congratulate you on this achievement and look forward to celebrating the many milestones of medical school along with you.
Thank you, Paula, and thank our admissions committee for a great job in selecting this fabulous class from amongst over 5,000 applicants. Now we've come to the part of the assembly that we've all been waiting for. That's the presentation of the white coats. Students, please remain seated until your row is called forward. And I'd like to invite members of our admissions committee to join me on the stage for the presentation of the white coats. Dr. Tally Odell, Dr. Troy Randall, and Dr. Todd Schachter, who serve admirably on our admissions committee. Believe me, it's one of our most hardworking committees. Thank you for being with us today. I'd also like to invite Dr. Kathy Lambert and Ms. Paula Watkins to approach the podium to assist with the ceremony. And Dr. Hushman, please join us with Dr. Howe and Dr. Newell and student Dr. Baker as we greet our newest students.
Good morning, I'm Dr. Catherine Lambert. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce the members of the Rowan SOM class of 2022. Matthew Bollard. Anthony DeCesare. Alejandro Cruz. Tirth Patel. Zinal Changawala. Olatunde Loop Okanilye. Salam Hashni. M. Omar Afridi. Santothi Kutraiki. Rafia Rahman. Chelsea Lauro. Nardine Awad. Michael Bibawi. John Gerges. Anub Tadrus. Amy Wang. Joseph Choi. Ankila Ramiza. Mira Kawar. Zachary Dalton. Michael Klug. Vanessa Abwaji. Nirka Wallace. Sobia Khan. Guy Jubilato. Reza Hussein. Priyank Desai. Andrew Hoke. Ian Smith. Haley Freed. Christine DePope. Nikki Dorr. Ryan Lockery. Hadir Seliman. Jay Shaw. Lucas Gitzel. Prasanna Thati. Anmol Kotadale. Derek Chen. Gaurab Das. Aslahan Shaheen. Erica Pianin. Caroline Paz. Maritza Grover. Rahul Patel. Savin Patel. Courtney Cheneme. Derida Lermont. Chloe Soramekum. Choma Wau. Christopher Canlas. Peter Maduka. Maria Lane. Marina Vestaros. Michael Champ. Hermione Rapero. Jessica Yang. Pooja Patel. Sarah Balbul. John Hobbs. John Levy Scott Lazaro. Chandler Patton. Kristen Carter. Ravina Midha. Ganva Kawaja. Shannon Barley. Bailey Giblin. Mavish Khan. Elisa Lomakova. Julia Bonanno. Shelley Sharma. Jean Ditana. Haley McBride. Anna Clayley. Julia Pensabene. Dennis Sulkowski. Hoon Che. Paul Partika. Skibetta. Nicholas Skibetta. Michael McHale. Devangi Shukala. Ariel Gelman. Nahida Raman. Ambika Trehan. Reed Charlotte. Brian Smigelski. Shayoni Nag. Nurmidi Borkataria. Megan McPhee. Yulia Furman. Ashley Asensio. Nicole Hubbard. Usman Khan. Jessica Smith. Sabrina Dial. Kristen DePaula. Alicia Antoine. Samantha Farrow. Anjani Patel. Shruti Nandori. Nita Ansari. Laila Kazi. Marciano Figueroa. Karima Patel. Ashna Patel. Derek Wynn. Andres Gallardo. John Orozco Arismendi. Daniel Feldman. Jessica Bacalini. David B. Fadel Shuman. Hassan Habib. Iktishan Chaudhry. Obaid Ahmeduddin. Asad Abbas. Mohammed Fardos. Osama Sayed. Umit Patel. Maxwell Levy. Andrea Radosi. Barani Puskar. Kishan Patel. Ezene Obue. Gehed Ali. Tyler Feymon. Michael Murphy. Devin Dromgool. Kendrick Abad. Dexter Luz. Hold on a second. Daniela Davison. Jing Su. Mahash Vasudevan. Dua Akalif. Chase Ruprecht. Hold on a sec. Kyle Vincent Solduvila. Vincent Chiara. Nicole Barilski. Margaret Martinez. Julia Scali. Alyssa Hecht. Allison Hecht. Colin Soper. Donald Pratola. Matthew Krivetsky. Jordan Abend. Jonathan Vamadiva. Hold on a second. William DeCurcio. Jared Gershowitz. Sydney Kaufman. Samantha Cohen. Lauren Coleman. Caitlin Goranson. Maxine Ziegler Snover. Nesreen Ghanem. Andrew Kozlov. Matthew Porter. Adam Friedent. Meghana Gudla. Bhavika Gumadi. Seema Patel. Lovi Graywall. Jonathan Deck. Jake Cannon. Jae-Chong Wong. Janine Wong. Madison Lord. Rachel Weil. Bianca Patel. Jake Stabile. Elizabeth Crum. Alec Rudenstein. Sonia Giannani. Archie Shaw. Kiathi Lad. Wajiha Memon. Isha Patel. Jenna Lee. Michelle Chen. Nidhi Chowdhury. Amna Aslam. Allison Campoverde. Justjeet Dillon. Kathleen Cruz. Marina Cugliari. Talbot Weston. Tala Chaudhry. Anthony Gallo. Kevin Jacome. MD Fatia. Sean Rush. Nicholas Mason. Kuhan Umakanthan. Christopher J. Rodas. Sophia Barba. Arthur Anthony Reyes. Jay Patel. Kartik Patapalam. Malhar Desai.
Wow, what a great, great group. We're proud of you. at your graduation, and believe me, it'll go fast, I could tell you. It sounds far away, but it'll go fast. You will recite, along with the faculty, the Osteopathic Oath. This is a sacred oath that you profess at a public ceremony to affirm your commitment to the profession and your patients. Today, we ask you to make a pledge that will assist the foundation for your medical school experience to acquire the necessary knowledge and skills to become a competent osteopathic physician. This pledge affirms your capacity for hard work and sacrifice, understanding and respect for your colleagues and patients, and your promise to uphold the strong values and humanistic principles that are at the core of the profession that you enter today. At this time, I ask our class of 2022 to rise and to recite the Pledge of Commitment along with me. You can find the pledge on the back of your program. As I embark upon the study of medicine at Rowan University School of Osteopathic Medicine, I will enter into a relationship of mutual respect with my teachers and my colleagues to enhance the learning environment and gain the knowledge, skills, and attitudes of a competent osteopathic physician. Accept responsibility only for those matters for which I am competent, maintain the trust expected of an osteopathic physician, and never take advantage of the patient-doctor relationship. Show compassion and respect for all others. Set worthy examples in the application of humanistic principles in my relationships with patients and others within the medical community. Work toward improving my sensitivity and skills in human interaction, understanding and respecting the differences among my patients and colleagues. Value the knowledge and wisdom of the physicians who have preceded me in the profession and endeavor to contribute to the osteopathic tradition. Recognize my weaknesses and strengths and strive to develop those qualities that will earn the respect of my patients, my colleagues, and my family and myself. Continue learning throughout all the days of my life. Class of 2022, there are many people who will support you throughout your medical school years, your family, your classmates, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends. As part of your support system, we would like you to begin your medical career with some advice. So students, please reach into your right pocket of your white coat. You will find a note with some words of wisdom and support. Please take a moment to read your note. We hope these words will inspire you throughout your 4 years of medical school and beyond. At this point, I'd like to thank so many individuals who donated to our White Coat Notes campaign, which provides much-needed funds for incoming School of Osteopathic Medicine student scholarships and student activities during the year. So please, students, have a seat. Please be seated. At this time, the newest members of the Gold Humanism Honor Society will be honored. I invite Dr. Linda Boyd to the podium for the Gold Humanism Honor Society introduction ceremony.
Good morning, everybody, and I wanted to add my congratulations to the incoming class of 2022. I really look forward to working with you. When I look out into the room, I see a lot of our future colleagues and physicians, and I see confidence and eagerness, maybe a little bit of anxiety and anticipation, and that's okay. We'll help you through that. Now for the Gold Humanism Honor Society induction. At this time, I'd like to invite Dr. George Scott, the Professionalism Director for the SOM Gold Humanism Honor Society, to join me on stage to induct this year's candidates. The Gold Humanism Honor Society is an international association of individuals and medical school chapters dedicated to foster, recognize, and support the values of humanism and professionalism in medicine. Each year, we ask our fourth-year students to complete an online ballot to elect the newest members of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. On the ballot, students are asked questions such as, name the classmate whose honesty and integrity are above reproach. Name the classmate who most demonstrates concern and empathy for patients. Name the classmate you would want as the DO for yourself or a family member. In addition, the students are asked to name a faculty member who has demonstrated a strong commitment to humanistic values. Before I call the candidates forward, I would invite Dr. Hushman and Dr. Cavalieri to join us in congratulating the students. Would the candidates for the Gold Humanism Honor Society please come forward when I call your name to receive your certificate? Candidates will receive their certificate from Dr. Scott, and please remain on stage. From the class of 2019, Courtney Corder. Travis Downey. Melanie Beck. Tara Beck. Sheila DeYoung. Kevin Hess. Gregory Holland. Matthew Holzberg. Amar Ingravera. Stephen Kelly. Jeffrey Lynch. Stephanie Mistari. Michael Nicholson. Erica Rabinovich. Rodney Senna. And Brian Sunwoo. From the Rowan SOM faculty, Dr. Joshua Corin. And Dr. Catherine Lambert.
I would now like to ask each of the new members of the Gold Humanism Honor Society to recite the pledge along with me. As a member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society, I pledge to be a role model and mentor for humanism and professionalism in medicine, promote a balance between science and humanism in patient care, inspire colleagues to promote humanism at all levels of healthcare, advocate for humanism in medicine, on campus, in practice, personally, locally and nationally, foster collegiality and support within the society, reach out to and support those struggling to overcome barriers to humanism and medicine, work towards improving health care for all. Congratulations to this year's Gold Humanism Honor Society members.
Today marks the official start of your medical education at the Rowan University School of Osteopathic Medicine. Tomorrow morning at 8:15 sharp, you will begin a comprehensive week-long orientation program and learn everything you need to know to successfully navigate your first year of medical school. I look forward to meeting you this week and throughout the year. I look forward to meeting you, and please note, you don't have to wear your white coats tomorrow during orientation, unless you want to. This concludes our official ceremony. Immediately following the recessional, refreshments will be made available under the hospitality tent, and school spirit tales will begin in the Flieger Theater lobby. I thank you for joining us today and ask you to remain seated until after the full recessional has passed.